Hey guys, so we're back with the 7.3. We're still waiting on valve cover gaskets. Those haven't gotten in the mail yet. But we did get the new glow plugs put in. They're right down in there. The old glow plugs were absolutely terrible. We only had these two that would somewhat glow up when we put them on a pair of jumper cables to burn the oil off. But even then, they wouldn't really do much. These are still coated in oil. They wouldn't even heat up enough to burn the oil off. So those glow plugs are shot. The new glow plugs should do great in here. We also got rid of the Cobra downpipe and we custom made. Now, let me just say, before you guys say anything and before you see this, this is my first time using this welder custom making something like this. I've never done something like this. I've made some basic exhaust and stuff like that, but this is a $100 electric Chicago Electric wire welder, flux welder. It's non-gas, so I don't think it did too bad on some of these welds. There's a couple spots that I literally just had to fill holes because I needed a little bit of gap space. So that's what that is. Like that big huge hole right there is literally, well, it's just a hole that I filled. So, but this is going to be the hood stack. I'll show you how this goes in here. And the fitment on this is actually really good. So that's going to go on right there. Just stick up about an inch above the hood. And it clears everything, clears the firewall. There's nothing hitting anywhere. So we're good. That took a couple hours. Just getting all the bends right and everything. But when that goes in, it'll be right about right there. So... and I can still get to the dipstick tube. It's not touching. I know it looks like it is, but we've got about an inch to an inch and a half of space. So literally all we're waiting on right now is valve cover gaskets. Then those go in, plug everything back up, put the valve covers on, then bolt this on because I'm not quite sure I'll be able to get the valve cover in with that bolted on. And then we're going to fire this thing up. And I found out, we just bought this truck. Haven't drove it. It ran like crap. I noticed that when I jacked it up, because I wanted to see if anybody had put a locker in this thing or not, that it sounded like sand. Just straight sand in the rear end. And it's just all metal chunks. And it came out metal chunk sludge. It was terrible. That's some of it right there. I mean, it was literally just chunks of sludge. It's crazy. So we're going to be rebuilding the rear end in this thing, which I'm a Chevrolet guy. Okay, I built this thing, 383 stroker. It's a beast. Okay, that's my daily driver, which by the way is getting sold tomorrow. There's a guy that drove like an hour away today to come look at it, and I'm driving it down to him tomorrow because he didn't want to drive that far away without a tag and everything. And this is still legal in my name. So I told him, you know, that's cool. Just come look at it today. I'll drive it and deliver it to you tomorrow. So that's good. This thing, this is why I like Fords, okay? So this is a 10.25 inch. All right. And it's going to be a pain. This is what they throw in the Econoline vans and the F-250s and 350s that are single axle. The dualies will get the Danas, which is the good axles. These are really not that great, so we've got to rebuild this. I'm going to get a full racing kit from Summit Racing. We're going to change out the axles, all the seals, gears, everything. The whole 9 yards, that's getting changed. Then I noticed the transmission seal on this thing is leaking. So when we get done with the rear end, that will be next. So we're probably going to end up replacing the stall converter in this thing anyways, just because I'd like to get a little bit higher stall. And then we'll, while we do that, go ahead and change the transmission pan and filter. Other than that, it really doesn't look too bad. The valve covers were leaking like crazy. The rear main seal looks pretty good. Interior wise is not terrible, could be a lot worse. I have never actually seen seats like this. I mean, I'm a Chevrolet guy, and I just think it's so cool that it's split in the middle and it leans to one way. To me, that's just really cool. So I definitely like that. Dashboard, it's a little cracked up over there, but over here is all intact and real good. And we actually got with the truck, so I don't know where it's at, but we got another dash pad piece for that right there. I just gotta get it put in. But I mean, it's not a bad looking truck. You know, everything's here. It just wasn't very well maintained. So now we gotta do all that. But when the parts get here, we'll keep updating. We'll show y'all how the build's going on. And after we get this thing running real good, get the rear end done, transmission done, and it's good to go, we're going to do the TS6 performance chip. And I'll do a walkthrough. Even though there's like 100 videos online, I'll show you how I do it on here, because I've never done it before. And we're going to learn together. So it can't be that hard, right? We've done it before on that truck with different performance chips, so we'll be all right. All right, guys, we'll check y'all later when we get some more parts, and hopefully this thing will be on the road this week.